Mahabharata 14. The function of the five elements. Vyasa said, whoever, after practicing artha and dharma, and enduring dualities, wishes to realize the principle of salvation, should first be taught this by a guru with the qualities of a good guru. The five elements, namely, air, fire, water and earth, the elements of feeling, absence, and time, are present in the bodies made up of the five elements. The air is the all-pervading element. The sense of touch is the form of that air. The scholar of the physical philosophy should understand that sound is the quality of this element. Movement is the function of air, breath and exhalation are its forms. The sense of speed is its form, touch is its substance. Burning, ripening, and illuminating are the functions of fire. The sense of sight is its form. The form of red, white, and black is its subject. What is sticky, delicate, and greasy is of this nature. Blood, marrow, and the rest of the body are its forms. The tongue, along with its sense of taste and smell, are its forms. The hard part of the body is made of earth. Bones, teeth, and nails are all elements of earth. Beards, mustaches, body hair, scalp, nerves, and skin are all earthy forms. The sense of smell called the nose is the sense of smell, and its subject is smell. Of these, the qualities of the hind and hind elements are in the elements mentioned above. The functioning of the elements is due to these five elements. The mind is the ninth, the intellect the 10th. The imperishable soul is the 11th, the intellect is the definite, the mind is the illusory. The life that imagines the action taking place in the body is called the field knower. He who realizes that this entire temporal world is subordinate to him does not have delusion. Parabrahmana Anudarshan. The body, free from the body and subtle, is discovered by the learned through the actions of the Shastakta. Just as the rays of the sun are seen everywhere, moving together, so too do the superhuman beings, free from the body, move in the worlds. Just as the sun's rays are seen as reflections in different reservoirs, so too does the learned see the reflection of life in the true animals. Those essences that are not related to bodies will be discovered by those who are conscious of their own essences, through their own senses. The soul, born of the mind, born of action, born of rajas, who has abandoned the nature self, is always under the control of the soul of the good. For them, the eternal soul, the great essence, the ego and the five elements, is eternally engaged in activities, being incorruptible. Composed of the seven subtle qualities. A person who is subject to the mind and intellect knows his own body and the body of another, and experiences happiness and sorrow even in dreams. There too he feels sorrow, there too he feels happiness. There too he is subjected to anger and greed and suffers hardship. There too he acquires great meanings and becomes happy. There too he thinks that he is living by performing good deeds. Even when he has undergone the most intense pregnancy, he remains in the mother's womb for 10 months, but her food is not digested like food. Although this supremely brilliant spirit is in the heart, the foolish, possessed by the qualities of passion, do not see what is within the body. Those who are eager to join that spirit in the science of yoga, try to see those living beings who are not breathing, who are abstract, like diamonds. Among all the different kinds of actions that are prescribed for the fourth ashram, samadhi is the greatest. In samadhi, Chandaliya has mentioned only one yoga by the name of samadhi. Having understood the seven subtle elements of the mind and the five elements, and having realized the Supreme Lord, who is endowed with seven qualities, he realizes the Parabrahman. The tree of lust, the abode of the body. Vyasa said, there is a strange tree called Kama in the heart. It is born from the seed of attachment. It has a great root of anger and pride. The desire to do this is the vessel that waters it, ignorance is its vessel, and negligence is the water that is poured on it, envy is its sprout, past sins are its fire, sorrow is its branch. Attachment and worry are its white flowers, fear is its sprout, and the vines of desire that seduce it surround it. The greedy, who want to get its fruits, sit tightly around that great tree that is bearing fruit, bound by the iron chains of smells. Whoever cuts down that tree while holding those chains in his grasp becomes subject to the 2 sorrows of 30 deaths, but whoever sits on it out of ungratefulness, it kills him, just as a poisonous gland kills a sick person. The wise man cuts off the roots of that tree with the sharp sword of equanimity, with the prasadam of yoga. In this way, whoever understands the method of destroying lust, who understands that the science of lust is a bondage, he transcends all sorrows. Those who know say that the body is the palace, and the intellect is its queen. The mind in the body of the grandfather is the minister to that queen, contemplating and realizing the fulfillment of desires. The senses are the inhabitants of this palace, they are doing the work of that minister. There are 2 doshas, tamas and rajas. The senses are working for the lord of the palace along with the guardians of the palace. Both of those doshas are using it in a cunning way, taking refuge in it and living by it. The intellect has attained equality with the mind without being influenced by anyone. The senses, the citizens of the city, are also attached to the mind, they are also restless. The intellect determines that the meaning they offer is correct, this results in only meaninglessness. Whatever the intellect determines to be correct, the mind takes refuge in it. A mind that is separate from the intellect is just a mind. Thus, the mind, which is alienated, is held by passion, that mind makes friends with passion, and surrenders the senses, the citizens, to passion. The qualities of the 5 elements in the mind and intellect. Bhishma said, "Father, I will tell you once again the story of the spirits that came out of the mouth of the gods, listen to this with affection. I will tell you again what Veda Vyasa, who shone with brilliance like a blazing fire, told his son, who was like a smoldering fire. For earth, stability, heaviness, hardness, power to sprout seeds, smell, vastness, strength, association, establishment, capacity to hold, these are the qualities. For fire, coolness, taste, power to soak, being watery, oily, gentle, flowing, and ripening things that come from the earth, these are the qualities. For fire, irresistible nature, burning, ripening, brightness, sorrow, melody, lightness, sharpness, always rising, these are the qualities. For air, irregular touch, vaginal position, freedom, strength, swiftness, pushing out excrement, action of excretion, energy, life, generation, these are the qualities. For sky, sound, pervading, whole, not relying on anything is a support, not relying on anything. Not being dependent, not manifesting, not changing, not being hindered by any obstacle, being the cause of the sense of hearing, being the nature of the changes, these are the qualities. Thus I have told you the 50 qualities of the 5 elements. Now for the mind, courage, showing sub-attitude, memory, illusion, imagination, forgiveness, good intention, bad intention, and fickleness, these are the 9 qualities. For the intellect, destruction of the tendencies towards pleasure and pain, determination, peace, doubt, and knowledge, these are also qualities. Yudhishthira said, "Father, how is it that the intellect has only 5 qualities? How do the 5 senses become qualities? Tell me all this subtle knowledge." Bhishma said to this earlier, the qualities of intelligence are the 5 elements mentioned, the 5 qualities of intelligence, and the qualities of the 5 elements, 50, making 60 qualities. All these qualities are attached to the literal consciousness. But since they are constantly changing, the philosophers do not say that they are eternal. My son, whatever others say is not true and is a delusion. Therefore, understand the true principle and become calm in mind. Vyasa gave Shuka a complete instruction in renunciation of religion. Yudhishthira said, "Father, how did Shuka, the son of Vyasa, become renunciant in the past? I have a desire to hear this. We are very curious about that matter. Kauravas, please tell me the wisdom of these principles, the unmanifest and the manifest, and the work of the unborn God." Bhishma said, "O king, seeing Shuka, your son, who was by nature virtuous and fearless, Vyasa made him study and instructed him thus. Son, follow the Dharma, conquer the harsh cold and heat, hunger, thirst, and the breath of life, these as your living senses. Maintain truth, righteousness, non-anger, non-jealousy, restraint, penance, non-violence, and kindness in accordance with the rules. Stay grounded in truth, abandon all unwholesome deeds, and engage in Dharma. After serving the gods and guests, perform the pilgrimage of life in the remainder. If life is like a bird in a body that is like foam, and if even the dwelling of a beloved is impermanent, then, child, are you not asleep? How is this? If enemies are constantly gathering, constantly searching for your whole, you, a boy, are not unaware of this. If days are counted and life is dwindling, and life is writing down, are you not getting up and running away? Why is this? Those who are complete atheists are indulging in the pleasures of this world that increase their flesh and blood. They are in a deep sleep regarding the deeds of the world to come. Those people who are mixed with delusion and are jealous of Dharma. Even those who follow them who walk on the path of the sun experience hardship. But serve those who are content, obedient to the teachings, endowed with great strength, and great souls, who are on the righteous path. Listen to them about duty, understand their teachings, who are the seers of righteousness, and with good intelligence, restrain the mind that is wandering on the path of unbelief. Prakriti, with a fixed mind on today's enjoyment, thinks that tomorrow is far away, and without fear, eats everything, becoming foolish and not finding the principle of the land of karma. Take refuge in the firmness of Dharma and rise to this extent. Like a silkworm, you yourself are wrapped in the fragrances of sensuality and do not realize your own state. Turn aside the atheist, the one who violates the rules of Dharma, and the man who is like a strong current that breaks the bank, and move aside like a rising torrent, without retreating in the slightest. Become one who crosses the rivers of lust, anger, death, the waters of the five senses, and the strongholds of birth, relying on a boat of faith. Seeing the whole world caught in the grip of death, suffering from old age, and all the living beings falling down. Escape from the raft called Dharma. When you know that death is coming to seek you, whether you are standing or lying down, how can you remain happy and silent even if death suddenly devours you? Death drags away the one who keeps accumulating pleasures and is not satisfied with lust. Just as a wolf carries off a goat. Slowly increasing the branch, hold on to the lamp that grows larger with the wisdom of Dharma. Because you have to enter the pitch darkness. The soul enters so many bodies, and once in a human birth it attains Brahmanhood. Son, protect it. This body of a Brahmin is not born for the enjoyment of lust. Here, one is born to perform penance and to enjoy incomparable happiness after death. Brahmanhood is obtained as a result of many penances. One who has obtained it should not play around with material things. Always engaged in study, penance, and austerity, one should strive for liberation in meritorious deeds. This horse called the lifespan of a human being has a body called Kalakashthati due to the unmanifest nature, and is of a subtle form. It has hair called Aries, which is short-lived, the seasons are its mouth, the white and black phases of equal strength are its eyes, and the months are its limbs. Such a horse runs with speed. If you see this again running at a terrifying speed without paying attention to anyone, and your eyes do not follow what someone else said, then understand the path to paradise and keep your mind on Dharma. Those who are distracted from Dharma here and are involved in immoral behavior, who are constantly involved in inauspicious deeds, will have a body of pain and will experience suffering due to many unrighteous causes. A king who is always pious and properly manages his subjects, both good and bad, will enter the worlds of the virtuous. If he himself performs many kinds of pious deeds, he will enjoy pure happiness. Whoever violates the vows of his gurus, after his death, fierce dogs, birds with iron beaks, flocks of powerful eagles, and blood-sucking animals will torment him in hell, tearing and devouring his body. Whoever acts with impatience, transgressing the 10 kinds of religious rules prescribed by the self-realized one, will enter the forest of Asipatra in the world of the ancestors and experience extreme sorrow. Vyasa's advice to Shuka 1. Vyasa also said, "He who violates the 10 precepts and acts rashly, will drown in the burning Vaitarani river, will lie in the Asipatra forest with his limbs cut off, and will suffer greatly in the Parashu forest." You are talking big words, but you are not looking at the Supreme Being. You do not know that death will come at last. You are not sitting still. Great fear has risen, the great enemy is terrible, strive for happiness. After death, you will be taken there by the order of Yamaraja. He will take your life without considering the sorrow that you and your relatives will cause. There is no one to stop him. Before Yama, the form of time, the great wind is blowing forward and backward. First, it will carry you alone. Therefore, make arrangements for the path to heaven. The storm called Antakaya, which was blowing behind you, is still running. When great fear comes, you will be stunned, your ears will become deaf, walking in anxiety. Within that time, my child, acquire a good samadhi. Before you experience the fruits of your good deeds and become sad, just protect the treasure of knowledge, before old age makes your body rickety, before it robs your body of its strength. Before Antakaya destroys the body with the help of diseases and causes the death of the soul. Perform great penance. While terrible diseases are rushing towards the human body from all sides, try to perform good deeds. Alone before you see the darkness, before the golden trees appear on the mountaintop, hasten, my son, to strive for good deeds. Before bad companions and enemies who appear good appear and draw you away from the right path. Acquire wealth that is not afraid of kings or thieves, that does not leave the dead. You will not be able to part with the money you have earned through your actions. He will consume whatever makes that happiness shine. My son, you must give that which is necessary for living in heaven, that is the imperishable, permanent wealth. Whatever you are cooking for great people, if it is not cooked, within that time your death may come, hurry to cook it now. Mother, children, relatives, acquaintances and loved ones, none of them will come back in distress. My son, the auspicious deeds done earlier are not of any use, they will accompany the one who goes to heaven. The gold and silver accumulated by auspicious deeds will not be of any use to the body when it is destroyed. There is no witness to the deeds done or omitted by you who is going to the next world, except yourself. All this becomes visible to the mind's eye of the one who leaves the human body and goes to that world. In this world, fire, sun, and air, these three have taken shelter of the body. They themselves see the religion that the soul does, they are also witnesses to it. Day and night, touching everything, they travel everywhere, doing business in both visible and hidden trades. Therefore, protect your religion. There are many robbers on the way to the next world. Angry flies of deformed forms are infesting you. There, one has to protect only one's own karma. Therefore, protect your own karma. There, one does not share one's own karma with another. Here, one has to experience the fruits of one's own karma. Just as common law wives enjoy the fruits of their penance with the sages, so too do the pious souls travel in planes, enjoying the fruits of their karma. Just as people who are pure in heart and free from sin have performed good deeds in this life, they will be born in pure wombs and reap the fruits. By maintaining the dignity of householder, they will attain the abode of Prajapati, Brihaspati, or Indra. 1,000 times, and even more times, I have told you this for you. The religion that purifies all has taken the wise and pious soul free from attachment to the world of the pure. You are 24 years old, and your 25th year has come. Age is passing. Accumulate the Dharma, for in you, who have lost caution, the desire of the senses has gathered and stood to hold you. Hasten to the observance of the Dharma. Then you will be the one who comes behind, you will be the one who goes ahead. So, who has to go alone? What is the benefit to you, my people or others? Accumulate the Dharma Siddhi, which is the only thing that is beneficial to those who go alone amidst fears, for time will snatch away all the relatives before it ends, there is no one to stop him. Accumulate the good Dharma Siddhi. Son, I have told you this philosophical knowledge that is in accordance with self-experience and wisdom. Practice it accordingly. Whoever fulfills the Dharma with his own deeds or gives alms to someone, qualities that do not cause delusion to the intellect will come and join him. I have told this knowledge for such a person who has acquired the knowledge of the scriptures and is performing pious deeds. Only the grateful will the advice succeed. Mahabharata 15. Continued.